I think they're a different team than Notre Dame was. We just kind of got into a little bit of film of Duke. We haven't watched a ton yet. That's something that we'll dive into today and obviously tomorrow as well. But it's Duke basketball. They're one of the best programs for a reason. So they're gonna do everything well. I think defensively we can bring over that same energy that we had last game. I thought we played really well, especially rebounding the ball. But defensively, we can bring that same energy over and just kind of attack them. And we're more worried about ourselves than our opponent, but obviously we respect our opponent as well.
Our next question is from Kyle Austin.
Hey Joey, obviously you've been recruited here a couple of times now. Wonder what the draw of games like this are when you're considering Michigan State, the fact that they're always seem to be playing Duke in these really high-profile games like this.
Yeah, it's a huge draw. I want to play the best of the best, and Michigan State, they're going to be playing the best teams year in, year out. Coach Izzo, he wants to put his team up against the best. He knows that sometimes he might not win every single game, but it's a great test for his teams, and this is going to be an awesome opportunity. It's something that I haven't really got to play against Duke or Kentucky yet in my college career, so I came to Michigan State for that reason because I know they're always playing the best, and to be the best, you got to beat the best. So that's what Coach Izzo always harps on.
Our next question is from Lindsey Houston.
Thank you. Hey, Joey, after the Notre Dame game, both Tom Izzo and Aaron Henry talked about working with you to kind of get you ready to respond when you need to respond when things get really tough in the game. Can you talk about your relationship with Aaron Henry and how he's kind of helped you understand Coach Izzo's unique coaching style and being able to respond to him when he comes at you sometimes?
Yeah, he's helped me a ton. I've seen Aaron grow as a player. Obviously, last year sitting out, I got to observe a lot of things. So, but he's really helped me this year, kind of building that relationship with Coach Izzo. It's different than other places I've been with a coach-player relationship. So, I think for me myself as well, I just want to be, in those situations and games when they need to rely on me. I want to be hold myself accountable, and I want them to hold me accountable and know that they can rely on me in those tough situations. So Aaron's helped me out with that, Coach has helped me out with that, and that's something that I want from myself as well.
Yeah, real quick follow-up. Now that you are actually playing, I saw you sit out, over the year or whatnot. When you're in the game, do you see the benefit of having been out, whether it's more time in the weight room, being able to watch the, players from on the sideline? What have been some of the benefits of you having sitting out?
Yeah, I really think everything. I worked on my body a ton, in the weight room conditioning. I think ball handling is something that I noticed right away. Coaches has always been on me about keeping my dribble low. When I'm grabbing a rebound, if I'm gonna go right away with it and go on the break, he wants me to keep my dribble low and not turn over the ball. It's something I struggled with the first game, but I was just kind of getting used to the flow. So I think against Notre Dame, I really noticed that I was handling the ball a lot better. And then shooting is something I worked on, and I haven't made too many shots yet, but that'll come. It's got to get used to game speed.
All right, great. Thanks a lot.
No problem.
Next question comes from Brendan with the Impact.
Hey Joey, you actually kind of just had a perfect segue into my question there. I want to talk about your shooting a little bit. Obviously, no three-pointers so far for you in the first two games. That's been a big part of your game since you've been in college. Is it just a slump for you? Are you not looking for as many shots? Have you just not found your rhythm yet? I'm just wondering what's going on there.
Yeah, I'd say a little bit. Haven't found my rhythm yet. I don't think I'm going to slump or anything. I'm not too worried about it. I think just getting used to kind of being back in a game and shooting the ball in a game is different than practice. So I was a little bit hesitant too, not looking for my shot as much. So it's got to be confident and shoot the ball without thinking about anything else and shoot it when I'm open. And they'll start to fall. I'm not worried about that.
Thanks.
Our next question is from Dalton Shedler.
Hey, Joey. I was a little bit curious, taking a look at some of the box score numbers from this last game against Notre Dame. You guys were able to out-rebound them by 12. You had 16 boards yourself, 12 blocks, 9 steals. What's the ceiling, the potential of this defense? Because I think we got a pretty good taste of it in the last one.
Yeah, I think we're going to be a really good defensive team just because we're versatile. We have fours and fives that can guard other teams' guards. We have guards that are big enough to guard other teams' fours and fives. So I think versatility is the reason we're going to be really good defensively. I think the most important thing going forward is going to be rebounding. We've done a good job of that, obviously, last game, but I think that's going to continue to be a really important thing for our defense is limiting teams to one possession.
Our next question is from Stephen Brooks.
Hey, Drummond. Have you ever been to Cameron Indoor down there? Just visiting or playing? AU, anything like that at all?
No, I've never been there, so this is going to be a cool experience for me.
Is it kind of a bummer that it's going to be empty though, I guess? Because, you see it on TV and everybody makes it out to be this venue that everybody wants to go into.
Yeah, I mean, I'm bummed out there's no fans. It's going to be the same experience, though. Just being there, it's a legendary place. So I'd like to be there where there's fans and kind of that hostile environment. That's something that I think I feed off well. But either way, going to bring the same competitiveness to the game.
Sure. And then I also wanted to ask you about your guys' assist numbers through these first two games. I don't have it in front of me, but it's almost all your field goals have come off of assists. What is it about this playing group, the makeup of you guys, that has led to that, you think? It's been a thing for a couple of years here now, but for you guys to continue it without Cassius and everything, what do you think has led to that?
Yeah, I think I just saw a stat about that. It was like 53 out of the 60 made field goals were assisted on. So that's pretty crazy. But I think it just kind of shows that. I mean, we really don't have one or two guys that are gonna score the ball every night and do it themselves. We're gonna move the ball around, and different guys are gonna chip in here and there. And we did a good job last game of getting guys in the right spot and their spots where they're gonna score. So I think going forward, obviously we don't have a Cassius Winston who's going to be one guy who's just going to be really good at distributing the ball to everybody. So we got to kind of take up that slack with different positions of guys.
Thank you.
No problem.
Next question is from Brendan Gwynn.
Joey, one thing we haven't really seen in the first two games here is a lot of your transition defense just because of the matchups that you had. How do you feel about the team's transition defense? Obviously, Duke's going to look to get out and go one move a little bit.
Yeah, that's something we've harped on a lot in practice. Yesterday, we was talking about how they're getting the ball and they're going right away. That's something we usually like to do to teams is defend, rebound, and run. So it's going to be good for us, but I think a lot of it has to do with conditioning, what type of condition that you're in. That's something we've worked on a ton. It's been harder with the shorter preseason or off-season, whatever that we've had. So, but I think we're going to be in a great spot condition-wise to be able to defend the transition and get out and run ourselves.
And Matthew Hurt, how much have you two crossed paths over the years?
Yeah, I know Matthew Hurt a little bit. Obviously, he's not from too far where I'm from, Minnesota, Wisconsin. I bumped past him a couple times, played him a couple times in AAU, so I know him a little bit, but we're not that close.
I didn't know because of the proximity if you guys had any comments.
Yeah, we just kind of know each other.
And for you, I don't know if you touched on this earlier because I hopped on late, but what it means to actually kind of play Duke, and I imagine you grew up watching Duke on TV and things like that, and just kind of what this game means to you.
Yeah, I mean Duke's been one of the best programs since I've grown up, and it's someone that I've always wanted to play against at Cameron Indoor. So I think it's something that guys have that game scheduled on their schedule most times when they're playing Duke. So it is a little bit more special, and considering just kind of the history between MSU and Duke that we've had here, it's a game that obviously we want to win, and it's a really important game to us. No problem.
All right, we got time for one more question for Joey. It comes from Graham Couch.
Joey, did you watch the Michigan State win over Duke in the regional final? Do you remember where you were at that point?
I actually don't think I watched it. I didn't watch too many games. I think I watched the national championship that year, but I didn't watch too many games after we lost. I hadn't transferred yet. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
No problem.
All right, Joey, that's all we got for you today. Thank you.
Sounds good. No problem.